It's beautiful. That reading from Nico was lovely. That could have been our whole talk. Responsibility. Yeah. So, it is the second month in March. Second month, you know what I mean. Second Sunday in March. And this is the second talk in the series of Embrace Change. And so all month long we're going to be exploring change. And I know you're probably in this room listening to this talk today because you are either wanting change or you understand, hello, Reverend, or you understand that you are a change agent, that you are able to create change yourself. So you come here to receive some insight into how you can change your life. Am I right? Yeah. You're not here just for the cookies? Well, sorry, Marilyn, I'm not here just for the cookies. No, in all seriousness, we come to gatherings like this so that we can become conscious co-creators of our lives. And that means that we're change agents. So we're each of us agents for change in our lives. So we share here spiritual practices and principles to help you to walk down your journey, walk down your path of life. And today, my talk title is, I'm Already There. So, we're going to be exploring time. What does time mean? And what is this journey of life? And are we already there? And I think, yeah, we're already here. Are we already here? Yes. We're already here. Okay. All right. So last week I talked about forgiveness. Who enjoyed that talk? Oh. Yeah. And the week before that we got married to ourselves. Right. We've just had this incredible transformational experience over the last 3 weeks. We got married, we forgave everyone and everything, and so you're right where you need to be. You're right here, you're already there. You've already done the work. But just in case you forgot, I have a few more reminders for you. So I've been exploring time and looking up some of the inspiring people that I look up to. And Mother Teresa says, yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today, so let us begin. Mm-hmm. So we live in a world bound by the idea of time, dates, schedules, calendars, arrival dates, departure times, and we seem to be continuously managing time. Anyone relate to that? Mm-hmm. So what is time? It's a man-made, woman-made thing. Mm-hmm. We made this thing up called time. Time slips away, weeks, months, and years become a blur, and there is either too much time or not enough time. But time doesn't exist, so what are we talking about? Equally, people seem to be obsessed with their appearance and disappointed that time takes its toll on our bodies and on our looks. Yes? Yes. But if time doesn't exist, what's that got to do with anything? How nice would it be to step out of time and space and live in spiritual time? Spiritual time. And I think that's why we're here. To remind ourselves that there is only one moment. It's this now moment, and we're all here, we're already there. Remember the book, Be Here Now? Mm-hmm. My friend Terry Cole Whitaker said she's writing a book called I'm There Now. And that really speaks to what we teach here in Science of Mind. We affirm the positive, we affirm what we want versus what we don't want. So we're already there. If we have it in mind of what we want, we're already there. Just by the sheer acknowledgement of it. You want happiness? happiness is here. Can you feel it?
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are present that we don't acknowledge. It's already here, and it's in the here and now. A friend of mine, Lana Kahns, she just wrote a new book. She's one of the practitioners down at the Salt Lake Center. And she's just written a book called Your Sacred Life, a spiritual guide to making peace with your mind, time, and space. And she says this: instead of managing time, I would argue that you should start to manage your state of mind and the thoughts and opinions that you have on time. The notion of the past and the future are concepts that you want to move beyond. You see time very differently when you realize that there is only the eternal moment. You should always remember that time is an abstract human concept. Albert Einstein changed the world's concept of time with his theory on relativity, showing that time can be stretched and twisted like saltwater taffy. By pushing yourself to rise above the everyday human understanding of time and allowing yourself to luxuriate in the endless moment, you can be at greater peace. Doesn't that sound good? Luxuriate in the endless moment. I guess it depends on what you're experiencing. Because if you're experiencing deep, dark grief, then that doesn't sound like you want to luxuriate in that endless moment. But as she says, it's more about what you're thinking about in time and space. So, what are you thinking about? What do you spend each and every now moment thinking about? Because that's really what life is. It's what you think. Yes?
Yes.
So what you're thinking about is what you're experiencing. So what if we did what the Buddhists suggest, is we quiet the mind? Then the now moment would be different, wouldn't it? But then we have a story about what's happening, and then it becomes something else. Interesting?
Yes.
Yes. So I thought about this analogy for time. And I think because you're in this room, and because I guess I'm making an assumption that I think you're on an awakening journey. Yes? You're spiritual seekers, and you're looking to wake up and have a deeper understanding of yourself in relationship to life, and how you can have more peace and happiness and passion and abundance and creativity and so on. Yeah? That's why you're here? Okay. So we're on this journey to awakening. And so I thought of time, and I thought, okay, on this awakening journey, let's use the analogy of being on a train, or waiting for a train. So a train arrives for you that's waiting, and once it arrives, it departs, and then you're on the train journey for some time, and then you arrive at your destination. So I'm going to break up that journey into pieces to help you have a deeper awareness of what time and space and the now moment means to you. So waiting. I found this wonderful article from Eckhart Tolle. He's really the dude when it comes to talking about the now. He says, Are you a habitual waiter? How much of your life do you spend waiting? What I call small-scale waiting is waiting in line at the post office, or in a traffic jam at the airport, or waiting for someone to arrive to finish work, and so on. Large-scale waiting is waiting for the next vacation, for the better job, for the children to grow up, sorry kids, for a truly meaningful relationship, for success, to make money, to be important, to become enlightened. It is not uncommon for people to spend their whole life waiting to start living. Anyone relate to some of this? Yeah. Waiting is a state of mind. Basically, it means that you want the future, but you don't want the present. You don't want what you've got, and you want what you haven't got. With every kind of waiting, you unconsciously create in a conflict between your here and your now, where you don't want to be, and the projected future where you want to be. This greatly reduces the quality of your life by making you lose the present. There is nothing wrong with striving to improve your life situation. You can improve your life situation, but you cannot improve your life. Life is primary. Life's what's happening now. You can improve your situations, but your life, it's a given. You've got it. It's here now. Life is your deepest inner being. It is already whole, complete, perfect. Your life situation consists of your circumstances and your experiences. There's nothing wrong with setting goals and striving to achieve things. The mistake lies in using it as a substitute for the feeling of life, for being. The only point of access for that is the now. So give up waiting as a state of mind. When you catch yourself slipping into waiting, snap out of it, or as I say sometimes, stop it. Stop it. Come into that present moment, just be and enjoy being. If you are present, there is never any need for you to wait for anything. So next time someone says, sorry to have kept you waiting, you can reply, it's all right, I wasn't waiting. I was just standing here enjoying myself. And he says, enjoy in myself. Enjoy in myself. So, would you rather be waiting for something to happen in order for you to be happy? Or would you rather be present to life that is the ultimate present? It is the gift. It's the gift that the divine gives us every moment of every day, over and over again. We're given this divine gift of life. And when we're not paying attention to this now moment, to the present, then we miss it. How many people do you think get to the end of their life and they've missed it? How many people do you think spent their whole life waiting? Waiting for Mrs. Right, waiting for more money, waiting for that right job, waiting for depression to end, waiting for what? And then you come to the end. And I think it was Wayne Dyer talked about someone coming to the end of their life and realizing that they hadn't sung the song that they came to sing. So, let's end the waiting game. Stop it. Stop it. I found another great quote by Earl Nightingale, one of the great metaphysicians. Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside yourself to make you happy in the future. Think how really precious is the time you have to spend. Whether it's at work or with your family, every minute should be enjoyed and savored. So, we're putting a stop to the waiting game. And then what happens? The train comes into the station. When the waiting's over, right? The train comes into the station and it's ready for departure. So this departure phase is where I think all of us are. Because even though we may have been, oh yeah, I've been a waiter, I've been waiting, we're not waiting any longer. We know now's the moment, and we know it's now time to take off. It's time to depart from that story, depart from the old paradigm of your life, and embark on a new journey. So I've also been reading a wonderful book by an author named Timothy Freak. And for those of you that haven't heard of him, he's known as the stand-up comedian. The stand-up philosopher, excuse me. He's a comedian and a philosopher. And he's a Oxford scholar, and he's written many books on Gnosticism. And he wrote one called How Long Is Now? How Long Is Now? And he says, when you become aware of the now moment and become present, you give up waiting as a state of mind, as a normal state of mind. We become aware that there is another state of mind, or rather no mind, in which you are not waiting for the next moment, and now is enough. So we depart from that waiting game, and then the journey begins. The train takes off out of the station, and the journey starts. And some of us think, when we're on the spiritual path, oh, now I'm enlightened, I understand, I'm waking up, and I'm reading a lot of spiritual material, I'm going to the Satya Center, I'm having sound healings with Russ, and I'm doing all of these wonderful things. And now everything's uphill from here, right? Nothing bad ever happens. Now we're on a spiritual journey, right? Right? No, wrong. Life always has its ups and downs. Life is a continuous stream of experiences. And somehow, in the old paradigm, when we were still waiting around back on the platform, we thought that, we've been taught, really, conditioned, that life should be perfect, that I will meet Princess or Prince Charming, that I eventually will have the house with the picket fence. So the media bombards us with all these ideas of what we should have and who we should be, and we should be happy all the time. Well, that's really not quite how it is. So once we're on the journey, and we're on the spiritual awakening path, we realize that through the ups and downs, we just move through the ups and downs as that witnessing presence, kind of like you're in the train, riding along, looking out of the window, and you're just noticing as all those things happen. There's some terrible things that you see through that window, and then there's some really beautiful things. But because you're on your spiritual path and you're meditating and you're seeing a practitioner when you need to have an adjustment change, and you're reading all those books and taking those classes, and you're meditating and you're eating healthy and you're doing all of those things, you come to the realization that you're okay as you're on your journey. You're okay with the ups and downs. And you begin to develop a way of responding to what's going on around you. All of the passing scenery outside of the window, across in front of your eyes, everything passes by, this person, that person. But you're not necessarily in a place where you're reacting. You're overly emotional. You're overly invested. You're taking what other people have said or done personally. You may be triggered somewhat sometimes, but for the most part, when we're on this awakening journey and we realize who we really are, so waking up to who we really are, we begin to see things and not be so tussled and rustled around by it all. Things, people, places come and go, and things happen for you and not to you. It's kind of something that happens when we're on this awakening journey. We have a sense that things aren't happening to us, they're happening for us. So when we do experience a challenge, instead of being victimized or hurt or saddened, we might look at it and say, okay. They say that everything's happening for me, so what is this for me? What is this for me? It's a very good question to ask yourself when you're triggered. When you're on the journey and things aren't going your way, and there's that annoying relative, or there's that boss, or there's that bank account that's overdrawn, or something like that happens. What is this for me? This is an opportunity for me. Because what I know about spiritual path is when you commit to it, that anything that you have within your consciousness that isn't healed will come out to be revealed. And so we're on our journey and we're looking out the window of life and things come and go, and it's revealed to us that maybe we've got some things to look at. Maybe, I've been wanting peace. There's this situation going on in my life and I don't feel peaceful at all. And they say that everything starts within. So how do I become peaceful when I'm experiencing turmoil and my ego wants to complain about it? So how do I find peace in the midst of it? So we learn to see things as they come and go, and we develop a skill to be more allowing of what's coming and going, and to see things as an opportunity for our growth. So there's the perfect poem from Rumi that talks about this. So settle in, close your eyes. This is the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And that's from Rumi. Each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That empty bank account? My husband leaving me? Losing my job? Sent as a guide? How could that be? How could that be? Has anyone found or had the experience that some tragedy, something terrible, one of those awful guests has appeared at your doorstep? And maybe it wasn't easy to entertain them, but then after they left, you found that to be one of the most meaningful experiences you ever had. Maybe it wasn't fun, but you cleared out a whole lot of stuff, that they swept your room clean. Clean of what? Clean of that junk. Clean of those barriers that are stopping us or holding us back from truly shining the light of our own awareness. Yes?
Yes.
To love each other personally takes time. We need to talk to each other and share experiences. We need to laugh and suffer together. But to meet in the transpersonal oneness, we don't need to know each other personally at all. The connection from being to being is immediate and always possible. And whenever we commune in big love, it sends ripples of kindness out into the world. So really, we're moving those barriers so that we can be love's presence and we connect in that oneness feel. Hi, Vivian.
Say hi, Vivian. She said hi, Vivian.
So, we waited for the train. We got onto the train. We realized the journey is a rocky road. And then what happens? Eventually we arrive. Yes? We come to the end of our journey and we've arrived.
No, never happens.
Somewhere else to
No,
go.
you don't get to the end. We don't get to the end? No. So the journey is the destination.
Yeah.
So we're already there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We'll never get
I'm
there.
already here. I'm already there. So this is what it means to be vital. We're already here. We're already doing it. But there's that part of us that doesn't quite buy into it. This is it. What do you mean this is it? With the bank account like it is, and the husband like he is, and this job, and that wife, and those kids? This is it? Yes. This is the life you've been dying to live. This is it. And it's beautiful. And there's so many things that want to sweep that room of yours out so that you can see it clearly and be present with it and know that each and every opportunity that presents itself through that window of the train is the perfect opportunity for you to see yourself so clearly. So clearly. So clearly. Because I can see you. I can see you right now. Each of you, beautiful, perfect, whole, and complete. So I leave you with this. So I want to share two of my favorite quotes which point to this deep, self-aware place. And first comes from the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas, and the second from the Hindu Upanishads. And I like putting these two quotes together because although they come from very different cultures, they're both saying exactly the same thing, which I find really fascinating. So in the first, Jesus announces, I will reveal to you what can't be seen, what can't be heard, which can't be touched, and what can't be thought. That's from Jesus. So what's he referring to here? The second quote makes things a bit clearer, and it's in the form of a riddle. And so I want you to see if you can answer this riddle. What is it that can't be seen that makes seeing possible? What is it that we can't hear, but which makes hearing possible? What is it that can't be known, but makes knowledge possible? And what is it that can't be thought, which makes thinking possible? The answer? Well, I suggest what it is that can't be seen or heard or touched or thought. It's very mysterious. It's that mysterious I. The I am. It's that mysterious I am presence that all of us are right now. It's that awareness, that witnessing presence that sits in the train and watches life go by. That's where we're all one. We're all connected in this awareness, in this presence. So I want to give you a little experience of that. So close your eyes and then we close in prayer. Ernest Holmes says, the time is now, the place is where we are, and it is done unto us as we believe. So as we ground ourselves in that awareness that now is the time, and here we are, in this one amazing living reality, this one divine experience of life, of God, of good, this infinite mystery that is unfolding itself by means of us. Each one of us individualized expressions of this one mystery, this one love, this one presence. Each of us individuating this one mind through us. Each see slightly differently through the window of the train. That's what makes it so beautiful. And then we reflect back into the oneness, like the facets on a beautiful gem. We're all reflecting back a particular light, a particular clarity, and a particular brilliance. So I speak my word of power today for each of us. So I want you to take a deep breath and relax and surrender and receive this transmission of energy, if you will. I know that each of us are guided and led by that internal, innate wisdom, that oneness, that awareness, that truth, that beauty. Each of us are guided when we pay attention, when we're present in this moment and in every moment. And we're allowing the richness of life in all of its contrast to help us polish the rough edges off of our beautiful gem. Polishing those rough edges of doubt and fear and concern. And as we allow life to tumble us and move us into a direction of perfect clarity, guilt and shame and the dread and doubt dissolve. The lens is cleaned. It is clear. The window is clear. And I know that each of us step on this path with a sense of optimism, enthusiasm, joy, positivity. And that whatever is seeking to be expressed through us, through our heart, whatever is seeking to be experienced by means of us, whatever is seeking to be birthed by us, whatever new and delightful things, all of that is done so with ease. The universe clearly responds to a clear request. So what are you requesting right now? Ask yourself in your heart and in your soul, what do I really want to experience as my life? And listen. And gently just touch your heart. All sacred practices do this with the prayer. The hands go over the heart. Just gently touch that center and remind yourself that you're here to be loved, that you're here to be loving, and you're here to be and do and have what you love. What do you love? And what do you want your life to be? Listen. You say the prayer and the answer are one. You've identified it. It's clear. Just know and trust right now that the universe heard you. The universe doesn't speak in a language like English or French. The universe doesn't speak in a language like English or French or Japanese or German. The universe speaks in the language of energy. So get a feel for the life you'd love to be living right now. Expand that feeling into gratitude. And let it go and know that it is already so. And so it is. All right, you're a change agent. You just initiated and activated a different frequency in your field. So be ready, be on the lookout. Because you may still be a bit confused and be conditioned to the life you already have. So when change occurs, you may not be, you take blinders off so you can see, because it may sneak in one of the side doors. And so be aware and have your eyes open and notice when change happens. It might be a person, it might be a phone call, it could be on a billboard, it could be a mail. It's coming, so be aware. All right, billboards. Okay, so now we are moving into our time of acknowledging our abundance and acknowledging our source. So in your program, you'll find the blessing of the offering. We know that we live in an abundant universe and that we live with an unlimited source. Yes? Yes. You've never had to ask Mother Nature for food or shelter. It seems to magically appear out of the ethers, correct? Yeah. See, we're just constantly supplied by things. You don't really have to ask for friends because look around you. You've got a room full of them right here. So if you're feeling lonely today, take off your blinders. They're all here. And friends are here. So we live in an abundant universe when we take off the blinders and see what you're seeking is already here. So through this offering today, it's an acknowledgement to source energy that you're thankful for what you've already received. And through this law of circulation, you're making space. You're making ready your consciousness so you can see what's already been given to you. Okay? So, let's take our offerings and hold them over our hearts, or hold them in your hands, and let's say together, joyfully I give with gratitude, for I am